Thank you so much for this question. I think there are a number of reasons, but I find one or two. First of all, I've been for quite some time in the domain of, let's say, rural development in my country. So apart from being a scientist, I'm also in the development side. I've been involved in managing rural development projects, mostly in land degradation sector. And I've been working also for a long time with grassroots people. So having the chance of being a minister, it gives you the opportunity to make this link of how to bring the views, perspectives, and values of local people to the higher level of decision making. But later on, having the chance to do my PhD, not only using, let's say, high technical tools like geoinformation, but also going to the field and bringing participatory approaches in order to make a kind of participatory land use planning and land management activities. This gives me, a broader view of how we can really take the development forward. So, I think these issues are kind of key factors for me to join WASCAL, because I think WASCAL is not a simple scientific institution. It is a scientific institution with aims at developing West Africa by tackling an important barrier, which is now the issue of impact of climate change. I think West Africa is one of the most vulnerable part of this world, because we are hosting also one of the very strongest ecosystem in this world, which can really create problems in terms of land management and activities, which is the Sahara Desert. You know that most of West African countries are really affected by this proximity with the Sahara Desert, the Sahel. And for years, for decades now, local people, the development activities are really driven by these factors. We can say that in West Africa, we are living in the reality, the consequences, the impact of climate change. That's why, for us, finding solution, not at global level, of course, in terms of contribution to understanding the global the change of the climate. This is one factor. But for us, what is more important is what can we do to make this West African population more resilient to climate change. And I think this is the biggest challenge. That's why I think WASCAL is really, really the institution that we needed in West Africa, and I'm glad that we have been able to create such an institution. Yeah, of course. My background is in the right line of this issue, because, as I said, I've been working with the grassroots people, with local development activities, dealing with local people, NGOs, and so on, helping to take the right decision for the right measures for land management, but also being able to bring it at a higher level of decision making. Sometimes we miss development track because of because we miss linking the local perspectives with higher decision making processes. So it is necessary, if we need to take decisions that will be really effective on the ground, that these decisions meet the expectations of local people, especially when dealing with the land, because these local people, what do they have really? It is the land. This land is what they have. So sometimes, most of the time, policy making is not efficient because we miss this. So I think it will be a big challenge for WASCAL to really bring together these levels of decision making, local level, but also policy making, being at national or at regional. That's why I think we will be working very strongly in this sector. Not only having research results, but also being able to bring it at the level where the decision should be made in order to use the result of this particular research. The decision for adaptation, the decision to change the behavior of people to have a relevant impact should be done at regional level. And our understanding of the climate should be regional. That's why it's very important that we have this regional view. And in this perspective, I think also with my background, I've been working with institutions like the SEALS. SEALS is the Interstate Committee for Drought Control in the Sahel. So I understand how these regional institutions are working and what are the challenges. Because already getting things to be done from local to national level, it's not easy making these links. But how to scale up at a regional level, it is also a tremendous job. WASCAL has a chance because right at the beginning, it was born with this regional perspective. Because in its constitution, WASCAL is recognized as a West African institution. So it is already there. So, and it is linked to the ECOWAS, which is the umbrella of West African regional institutions. It's a political institutions, but also now going into policy making in different kind of sectors. So I think with these links, if we know how to develop partnership, I think it will be a very added value, because we'll be able not only to get the scientific outcomes, but also using this this ladder, if I can say like this, to climb up to the regional level and now trickle down to where it is needed. My vision is that in, let's say, medium term to longer term, WASCAL being a strong institution in climate change with a highly valuable research results in the domain, not only to contribute to the global change, understanding the phenomena and mitigation activities, but also being able to create results on research on adaptation, for adapted land use, so that we can help the regional decision makers, regional bodies, national governments, but also local people, really to face capacity building for climate change resilience. So my aim and ambition is to take WASCAL to this level of being able to tackle all these ambitious perspectives and to build up a strong institution where everyone will feel very comfortable to come and to work, meaning that creating a very good working environment for researchers, for policymakers, for everyone who needs really the outputs of WASCAL. So I hope that together with researchers, educators, students, and so on, but also our partners like ZEF, Bonn University, BMBF, but also African partners, institutions, and so on, national government, that will be able to build a strong institution able to fulfill these objectives.
Okay, thank you very much for taking the time.